There, welcome. I'm so glad you joined me today. I am excited to talk to you today about using your background stamps. These are background stamps from Stampin' Up, and they are really awesome. They basically are exactly what they sound like. They make a background on your card. So I'm going to show you lots of different ways to use all these different stamps, and you get more versatility out of them that way. These stamps are great because you have a choice. They can either come on a big wood block like this, or you can purchase them for less at $13.95. Oh, I should have had this out earlier, sorry. And you can put them on this big clear block. Now, me personally, this is my opinion on this situation. I have tried it both ways, and I like the big wood block because it gives me something to hang on to, and it feels more sturdy to me when I'm handling a stamp so big. So if it were me, I would just spring for the extra $4, or actually I think it's $4. So it's 20 bucks for a background stamp, and it really has a lot of uses. So let's jump in and check it out, and you can see all the different uses you can get out of your background stamps. Alright, so we're going to get started stamping. I have a piece of Whisper White cardstock here, and the first stamps I'm going to use are my Dots for Days and my brush stroke stamp set together, okay? So what we're going to do is I am going to ink up my brush strokes stamp set, which is these really beautiful stripes, and I'm using the Tip Top Taupe ink pad to do this. So I want to cover it really well. As you can see, I put the stamp pad or the stamp set upside down, and I use the stamp pad on top of it, and that just lets me know that I'm getting really good coverage on this stamp. Now there's a few spots on this stamp in particular where it looks like there's no ink. It's actually like that on purpose because it's supposed to have kind of a watercolor look. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Dots for Days stamp, and I'm going to just put it straight down on top, push down nice and even, and pull it straight up. Now you can stamp using this side, but I'm going to go ahead and use this side, and this is called the kissing technique. For any of you that are not familiar with this technique, when you kiss one image to another image to create a different image. So now I'm just going to lay this piece of cardstock down, and when I bring it up, I have this really amazing, unique image. It almost looks like it could be trees, but basically it's dots in stripes, right? So what I can do is, just to show you what it would look like with this stamp, I'll go ahead and stamp the other side over here. So now you can see I have these really beautiful stripes, but there's little dots in them. So that's kind of fun also. But I'm going to go ahead and use this background to complete my card. And then when I'm done with my card, I'm going to show you some really cool tricks that you can use your background stamps for. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this out using one of our square framelits and just sandwich it in there. And most of the products that I use to make this card, I've already pre-cut just to save us some time, because I really want to be able to spend time showing you some of these other cool background tricks. Okay, so now I have this piece cut out, and it's ready to go. And now I need a little sentiment called Boo. And I am using a brand new stamp set. I'm also using a couple new tools. So I want to show you, I'm using these new framelits. They're called Boo to You, so this is going to cut out the word boo. So cute. I'll show you the whole set in a minute. But I'm also using the precision plate, which is a wonderful tool that allows you to be able to cut intricate designs, and it just all comes out nicely without having to use wax paper. I've gone through an enormous amount of wax paper trying to cut stuff out, and this really solves that issue for me. Okay, so all you have to do is put your cutting platform down with tab 2 down, put your precision plate on top, paper, framelit, And then Word. And we're going to get it all punched out here. And this is what I love about the precision plate. It just allows everything to be able to be cut out super nice. And it just pops right out. So I just got to push it right out of the die. Okay, so that piece is cut. So now I can assemble my card. So I just have a piece of 4x8 basic gray cardstock that I folded in half to make a 4x4 card. And then I added a piece of Tangelo twist cardstock that I cut out of the square framelit that's the next size up from this one. And then I'm going to go ahead and add dimensionals to the back. Of here. And put these down. So this cute little owl I stamped and cut out of framelits earlier, and he's out of that same framelit set. And then I have my sweet little pumpkin trick-or-treat guy, and I'm going to put him here. And we need a couple little googly eyes. Okay, so now I've got my little googly eyes, and the last thing I need is my Boo sentiment. So I don't know if you noticed this really cool fine tip glue pen I'm using. This is another new product from Stampin' Up. You can purchase it. All of these goodies that you're seeing here, except for the background stamps, you can purchase September 1st. The background stamps are available now, but these are some new products I'm using. So that is my sweet card. Isn't that fun? I just love it. So let's go ahead and check out a few of our background stamps and what to do with them. And I'm going to also grab the framelits and stamps that I used today so you can see those in full. Let me grab those really quick. They're over here next to me. I only have so much room sitting right next to me, so I have to get up and get stuff sometimes. So this is the Boo to You framelit set. And, oh, it's not called Boo to You. It's called Halloween Treat. Good grief. I've been saying Boo to You the whole time. That's probably an old stamp set name. Okay, so correction. This is called Halloween Treat. Or it's probably another stamp set in the catalog. And this is the stamp set, and this is the framelit set. So it's super cute. It's probably my very favorite Halloween set that Stampin' Up! Has ever released because, with the exception of this ugly guy, I don't like him, it's a super cute, sweet stamp set. I don't really care for Halloween. It's not my favorite. So having a set that is more whimsical and fun and just cutesy is right up my alley. And I love this little spider that has a little smiley face. He's cute. All right, so let's talk background stamps. I have done a few samples for you just to show you how you can get some more use out of your background stamps. So this one is just where I have taken the big watercolor wash stamp set and stamped it in Night of Navy, and then I went ahead and took the, I forget what this one's called, this flower stamp, and kissed it together. So when I stamped the flowers, they came out like this, and you can see I missed a spot here. I was probably moving a little too fast. And then you can't really see it on here, but if you look close, you can see there's flower impressions in that watercolor wash background. So then I also used the watercolor wash background stamp to do these. So if you were to ink up this stamp set just with ink, different colors ink, I used Cajun Craze, Crushed Curry, and Delightful Dijon on here, and I stamped it straight down. Then without re-inking it, I took a little bit of water and spritzed it, and I got this image. So you can see how these images are very different from each other, but using the same colors, and in fact, I didn't even have to re-ink the stamp, so that was really cool. This one's one of my favorites. I love this. This is the same technique I used earlier, where I kissed the two watercolor wash and the flower stamp set together, but what I did is I inked the watercolor wash in Bermuda Bay, and I inked the flower stamp in Night of Navy, and then I kissed them together like this. And when I pulled them apart, I had a little bit of Bermuda Bay happening in my flower stamp, and so if I hold it up, you might be able to see it. It's very subtle. I don't know if you can see it, but there's Bermuda Bay mixed in here. And then this one I just absolutely love. When I stamped the watercolor wash stamp, it stamped all these dark Night of Navy flowers into the watercolor wash because I had kissed those two stamps together. So that was really fun. And then the last sample I have for you is just, again, doing the same technique I did for my card, but using Melon Mambo. So here you can see where these little dots removed color from the stripes, so you have a little bit of texture in your stripes, and then over here it gave you these beautiful Melon Mambo stripes. So that is how you can get more use out of your background stamps. I hope you purchase some background stamps from me to play with and make some really cool backgrounds with. If all you have is Whisper White cardstock or any white cardstock hanging around and you need different backgrounds for your cards, background stamps are the way to go. So thanks so much for watching, everybody, and I hope you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure you go over to my blog and you can check out my photos, and you can subscribe to my newsletter. I just said newsletter. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I really hope you take the time to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just click the subscribe button. And you can also go over to my blog and sign up to get emails from me that have free tutorials, information. You'll always get the best information first from me. And you just do that by signing up at the top of the screen, put in your name and your email, and click submit. Thanks so much for joining me today. Have a wonderful day. Bye.